So let's talk about Racf. Racf is the security product on the Z machine that allows you to read files and other types of objects. But how does it really work? What does it actually do? So let's assume, here's my ID, JK123, and I want to read a file that's called abc.xyz. So I go into the editor, I try to browse this file, and the first thing Z has to figure out is, am I allowed to look at it? So it asks Racf the question, does JK123 have read access to a file named abc.xyz? Now when Racf gets this question in this format, the first thing it has to figure out is what is the name of the profile that protects this file? And there should be only one. There's exactly one profile that protects this. Now you might say, well, now wait a minute, there could be several, right? There could be several that match this name. There could be, let's say, abc.star. There might be an abc.x*, or there might even be a profile called abc.xyz, an exact match. Well, Racf will look at these and it will choose which one it thinks is the best. It will choose the best profile that has the best match. And in this case, this one has the best match because it has the fewest number of wildcards. So once it has determined that this is the profile name, it then opens up the access control list for that profile. And the access control list is really just a list of IDs and what kind of access they have. So there could be an ID called JK459, maybe XY123. There could also be a group, maybe called friends. And this ID might have read, and this one has update, and this group here, let's say, also has read. So now Racf is ready to answer this question. So it knows that the ID is JK123. So it looks in its list of IDs. Is JK123 in there? Is that it? No. Is that it? No. Is that it? No. If it doesn't find the ID in there, then it says, well, there's a thing called a group. Is JK123 in any groups? And as it turns out, you know what? I might be in hundreds of groups. I might be in quite a lot of groups. Racf will go and look at every single one of them, every single one, to see what kind of access it has. Now you might say, well, that seems like a waste of time, because if I happen to be in the friends group, as soon as it discovers that I have read access, why doesn't it just stop? Why does it have to look at every single group? Well, the problem is, I could also be in a group, let's say, called enemies. And enemies has an is explicitly forbidden from reading this. And when it has this kind of access, actually trumps all the rest. So this is why Racf actually has to look at every single group I'm in to decide what kind of access I have. Once it's done this, if I am in the friends group but not the enemies group, it will return to Z and say, yes, he does have read access. But if I happen to be in this enemies group, it'll say, no, 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 he doesn't. So there you have it. That's really basically all that Racf is doing. That's how it works. Thanks very much for watching.